Hello everyone. This should be the final video on this low profile sine bar. Yesterday's video we ground this bottom plate. We trued the dowel up so that it was running parallel to this surface, and that the bottom of it was of the pin was on the same surface. Today we're going to grind the top part. We're going to use the cube rather than the sine vise, and I already got this indicated in pretty nice that way. I have the 2 finger clamps on, and I have to use this one. I got to pull it in a little bit because this is hollowed out a little bit in this area for gauge blocks, and so I can distort my readings a little bit there. But these pins are running even, but they're running about 2/10 out in one way. Let's see where we're at. Let's see, we're about minus a little over 50. And just clamping it on there actually come out pretty darn close. Sometimes that happens. Let's see. There's 0. And we're at minus 50. But basically what you can do when you set something up like this, by the way you position your clamps, how much overhang you have over here, you can actually get that and tweak it in a little bit. So right now we want this side to come up just a little bit more. It's kind of bad because I'll probably mess it up because let's see, I'm going to tighten this one down a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Probably should have left it alone when I just clamped it on there. I'm just going to raise it up slightly. Let's tighten her down. Let's see if we got it any closer. Oops, let me get on the pin good. Minus 1.5 marks. Okay, so we're high on the back. Look at the adjustment again. Go up a little bit. Tighten it down. And so it looks like this side is raised up. We're at about plus 50. Minus 50. So let me just loosen that up a bit. About minus almost 50. And it looks like we're just a hair over 50. And now it looks like we're, actually it looks like we're reading the same. Check this real quick. I think there was about a 1/10 bow in the part. So we're low on this side now. And what I'll have to do is I'll have to tap that in. So I'm going to loosen actually both of them up because I don't want it to twist. Yeah, looks pretty good there. Let's see if we can tighten these down evenly. Let's see where it goes from there. There, now that looks pretty good right there. We got quite a tenth dip. Now let's see if the pins, if they stay good. Just a touch under zero. And just a little bit over zero. And I'm going to leave that good right there. And I don't know if I trust this pin because I can't get it all the way through. But I just want to check and see what we look like. There it's showing about 1/10 low. But I think it'll be straight, and I'll check that later. So what I want to check now is, and you can see I got about a tenth difference there. And I want to check, and hopefully I got a 1/10 difference here too. And this is closer to 50 millionths. So we want this side to come up just a little bit higher. Yeah, we got to come up higher than that yet. Check this side. And so we're dipping about 1/10. And now we got about 1/10 dip there too. So hopefully that will be good, that the pins will line up. And we're showing us a little low now. right at 0, dipping about 50 millionths to a tenth, and just a touch over. Just a little bit under. Just a little bit under. So that looks nice and even. And it looks like we still got a tenth. A tenth. So it's showing us a tenth low on that side now. It's about 25 millionths low. Okay, so it's showing us high over here. Go just by loosening some of the pressure on there. Just a little bit over 0. $50 millionths low. Loosen it up a little bit more. Now we're minus 50. And minus about 60. Come back and check this. And what we got to do is we got to get the pin straight, and we got to get this straight, and then we should be good to go. So there's going to be a little bit of chasing my tail again. Showing just a little bit high. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. A little wavy within 50 millionths. And it looks good there. And we're showing about a tenth. I'm showing about a tenth there. So everything looks like it's lined up. Again, it's one of those things that takes some patience. You chase your tail a little bit, but it should be lined up real good. I'm going to turn the three-phase converter on, get the wheel dressed, and then we'll take a nice cut on this surface, and hopefully that will have it all straightened out. I got her all set up. I just touched off. I'm thinking that we should need probably as little as 2/10 to get the whole thing cleaned up. We're going to use that same wheel because it's free cutting. Don't want to generate any heat in there. Want to keep it nice and smooth. And it is actually giving a pretty nice finish too. Okay, before we unclamp it, we're going to check it one more time on the granite just to make sure nothing moved. And we were getting 1/10 before we started across there. Now it's pretty much 0. Might be about 50 millionths high. Not even quite that. Got the one in. Yeah, just about 50 millionths high at that end, and we'll call that good enough. What we'll do is we'll unclamp this, and then we'll see where we're at on the table. I'm still showing some taper in this side. It's closer. Right here, we're not quite minus 50 mil. Let's see. Okay, about plus 50. It's not even minus 50 here, it's probably minus 30. So it's less than a tenth. Side we're just a little bit under zero. In here we're just, it's about a tenth on both sides. So we're going to call that good. It's nice and even. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do it off camera. I'm just going to throw these up in a V block, and I'm going to grind them so that they're a couple thousandths less than that, and then we'll assemble it, and then we'll come back and show the finished product. Well, we got the pins ground, we got them put in, and now what we'll do is we'll just run this under the indicator to see how it's setting. Right there we got minus about 75 millionths. And that end it's 0. This end we're about plus 75 millionths. And we're about minus 75 millionths there. So we're easy within 2/10 in that entire 4-inch range. It runs up real nice and flat this way within a tenth or two. So that's it. You can take and use it with your gauge blocks to get whatever angle you need to establish. And the pins, if they ever wear out, they're just simple dowel pins. You can take them out and replace them. And so we're finally finished. That's it. Thanks for watching.